He's our sound engineer, and for Jean-Marie Otto, he's our video editor. Then for coordination is Jean-Patient Talan. For general supervision is Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel Noel. And then for presentation, I am FRINUE Crispin. I'm going to be with you from now. That is 12:30. It is already above 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. on Family Health. Meantime, today we are going to be having the reactions of Cameroonians in this program, and also an integral interview conducted for us by staffman Abel Bila Samari. But yet, I'm not going to tell you what the interview is all about or what our discussion is all about. Family Health is a health program that we talk everything that has to do with health, and today we are going to talk about the African Medicine Day. What is the African Medicine Day? What is it all about? What is African medicine? We are going to be getting all those clarification from an expert in this program, and also not to forget that in our program, we begin with the gospel music. We begin by praising God, thanking Him for everything that He has done in our lives. It is a tradition here, of course. So we will listen to this gospel music, thank God, and then come back to unfold our topic of discussion, which is the African Medicine Day, with whom we are going to be discussing a health expert in this program. Let's have the gospel music. We'll be right back.
Put my trust in you, you are more than enough. Every day I need you, cause you are more than enough. I can't live without you, oh, you are more than enough. I recommend Jesus, my hope and my defense. I don't change in God, you're not changing what I recommend Jesus, my hope and my defense. You paid the price for me, you are more than enough. Took my sin and gave me light, you are more than enough. I am safe in you, I know you are more than enough. I'm nothing without you, oh, you are more than enough. I recommend Jesus, my hope and my defense. I don't change in God, you're not changing.
You enjoyed that beautiful music from Chidima. Now we are going to have one of the first slots. It's not actually a slot, it is an advertorial commercial break. It is about the muscle. Let's have the muscle.
Ensemble, nous pouvons vaincre la pauvreté. Main dans la main, nous contribuons à construire un Cameroun meilleur pour une Afrique prospère et solidaire.
Venait de gagner un taxi. Je suis très fier, je suis ému. J'ai convoité ce taxi au moins 3 ans et le Seigneur a fait que je gagne ça aujourd'hui.
Quand mon fils est décédé, je n'ai pas tardé à réfléchir. Je fais la mutuelle. Je peux avoir l'aide. Elle me dit 150 000 aides, madame. J'ai été vraiment très émue puisque je ne m'attendais pas à ça. J'étais dépassée. La mutuelle, je vous remercie beaucoup.
J'ai compris que Ce qu'on raconte ici à la radio tous les jours concernant la mamie, c'est une réalité.
Lorsque j'ai été hospitalisé ici, j'ai vu les agents de nettoyage ont commencé le travail avant 6 heures. Et puis à 9 heures, les ai vus nettoyer à nouveau. Pour moi, c'est impeccable.
Aujourd'hui, je suis propriétaire d'une maison. Je ne peux qu'être heureuse en ce jour. Ma source, c'est du réel, c'est du concret. Et je suis la preuve vivante aujourd'hui que ma source, c'est pas la blague.
Je suis content parce que je viens de gagner une moto pour mes activités personnelles et pour ma famille.
Avec la Masso, les valeurs africaines ont tout leur sens pour l'épanouissement et le bonheur de tous et de chacun.
À la Masso, vivons simplement nos valeurs africaines.
Together, we can overcome poverty. Hand in hand, we can contribute in building a better, prosperous Cameroon for African solidarity.
I have been at the Mamu hospital so many times. This hospital have really helped me with their 35% discount and treatment of up to 10%. Sickness in my family is not a thing to worry about.
It's not easy to see somebody removing his taxi and give you like that, and then he follows you up again to see that you are able to cope and balance the money for the taxi. But what I'm seeing here is quite encouraging.
I'm very grateful, first of all, to the God Almighty that has given me the opportunity to have this house.
At the time that I want that money, at the time that I was having a problem with my children, that I left to Boya for coming here. Because of the hospital of the children, the store was collapsing. So when I take the money, it helped me to close the store to defend the family responsibility that I had in Boya.
I've won 10 million francs CFA in Masso after it. I'm very, very happy. With the money, I'm going to further my projects abroad.
With Masso, the African values have all its meaning for the fulfillment and happiness of all and everyone.
At Masso, we simply live our African values.
African countries, Cameroon and African countries are all struggling to go or to move towards development to boost their economy, and in a bid to do that they need to work together. That means unity, that means solidarity. And how do you achieve that? It is by working together. Working together means that bringing up ideas, bringing up opportunities that will make you grow together. Reason why the mutual assistance, the MASO, has come out. It has come out to build that African solidarity, to cement it to reach its highest level. So the mutual assistance and solidarity beginning in Cameroon has been helping Cameroonians grow together. Yes, grow together, because when you come as a mutualist into the MASO, another person comes from somewhere else. You guys grow together. You help each other. In what way? By getting yourself enrolled and taking part in the raffle draw ceremony that takes place every July 9. How? You get yourself enrolled with an amount of 500 francs that is in a MASO Classic, because we have two of them, and MASO Gold. Then you take part in the raffle draw. That means for the year you're going to make a yearly contribution that will make you eligible to take part in that raffle draw. How does it promote African solidarity? Once you take part in that raffle draw, you come out winner. What do you win? Is it a car? Is it a house? Is it a bike? Is it a tricycle? Is it a TV set? Are they couch, chairs for your houses? What are they? Once you win them, it is going to help the MASO. All the details about it will be given to you, so get yourself there. And if you're not still able to get to the agency or the branch, you can come here to the radio house at CAMAIR. It is located at CAMAIR, just next to the entrance of the Mfundi Market. That is opposite the entrance of the Mfundi Market, just next to it and close to the bus stop that goes to Soa. And you get to the building known as Immeuble Binam. That's how it is commonly called here. You get into the building and you get to the second floor. That's where the radio house Royal FM is located. Here too, we are going to get you enrolled and also give you all the details you need to know about the MASO. And also, do not forget that the MASO is not only about benefiting or maybe winning prizes during raffle draw. No, it has a lot of advantages. You've been listening there to some of our spots that have been going on air. Before I just started talking, you listened there to one of them. You heard some people say they went to the Mami Hospital complex, they went to this, they went to that. Maybe one lady said she lost her son and she got financial assistance from the MASO, 150,000 francs CFA. So you just get there that the MASO is not all about the raffle draw, but it is. You can also benefit so much. How? For example, we have the Mami Hospital complex that has been constructed on the main purpose or the main objective to help mutualists, that is those that get enrolled into the MASO. If you are a member of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity, you will be able to go to the Mami Hospital complex and get your medical care at a reduced price of 30% or reduced cost of 30%. That is, each bill you're going to have there, you have a reduction of 30%. That is, you pay only 70% of your bill that is given to you at the Mami Hospital complex. That's one of the benefits for mutualists, and also for your children, those that you enroll and added their names, those that you want them to benefit from that health care. And then when you are going through maybe difficult or sad moments or happy moments, yes, that let's say for example you're getting married, and let's say for example you lost a loved one, yes, that is your partner, your child, or your father, your mom, yes, you will be able as a mutualist of the MASO to benefit from financial assistance. Yes, we have financial assistance as a mutualist of the MASO. If you lost someone you love, or maybe you're getting married, you will have an amount that will be given to you. That's one of the benefits. Also, the last one, but it's not the least, because we have several benefits, but I can't just give you all of that. If you want to know about all of these, get yourself to any branch of the RENA Pro Finance SA agency, or you come to the radio house. So the last benefit now, not the last, one of the last, not the last, but the last one I'm going to talk about right now, it is boreholes. Yes, boreholes are offered by the MASO to several neighborhoods. We have about 4 or 5 that have been offered here in Yaoundé. Many of them, and they are testifying, trust me, as in, if you want your neighborhood to benefit, what do you do as a mutualist of the RENA Pro Finance SA branch, or maybe the mutual assistance? You need to have at least 20 people in your neighborhoods assembled, 20 mutualists, those that are up to date with their contributions. Yes, you assemble them in that neighborhood. For example, let's say for example, if you're here in CAMAIR, this is a neighborhood, and I'm a mutualist, and I want the MASO to come and construct a borehole for me. What do? I make sure that I have 20 people who have enrolled into the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity and are up to date with their contribution. I assemble 20 of them. I write a request that I'm going to deposit at any MASO pole. There are 3 of them existing here in Yaoundé. We have one at the Monte Eligefa. It is under the RENA Pro Finance SA agency, and then the next one is in Kwabang. We have an agency there, and then the last one is here at the radio house. So you deposit that request there, indicating where your neighborhood is and the spot where you want the boreholes to be constructed. That is when you must have discussed with all those 20 mutualists, or maybe the quarter heads, or maybe those concerned. You discuss with them and you agree on the space where you want the boreholes to be constructed. Then you deposit it at any MASO pole. Then your request is certainly going to be reviewed, and why not validated, and then you will get your borehole. So please stop hesitating and saying that no, the MASO is just about the raffle draw. Once you don't have the raffle draw, once you don't come out victorious, you cannot benefit from anything. No, that's not all about it. The MASO has a lot of things to benefit. Yes, trust me about that. I am talking. It's not because I'm talking because it's our product, but people are testifying, and I know you have been listening. Those discouraging you out there, please stop listening to them, because as they are discouraging you, that's how they will turn around and come and get enrolled and leave you behind. So please get yourself enrolled now that it is still the moment, so that by the end, before July 9, you will be done with your contribution and you will not be like, no, I'm still left behind, I'm still lacking 2,000. Because if you are lacking an amount to round up with your contribution, you will not be able to take part in the raffle draw. Reason why we make it very easy for you to contribute. You start now. If you see your 100 francs you're giving per day, please be giving it. If you even have more, you can be giving it, so that by next year, this is a whole year that you have. By next year, you will be done and you will be able to take part in your raffle draw without any complications or any stress that, no, I'm owing, maybe the deadline came, I was not in town. No. Please try as much as you can to contribute, so that you will take part in that raffle draw, because you can never know the future. You do not know whether you can come out victorious. You do not know whether you will be the one to win a car, a house, a chair, I don't know. There are so many things. You don't know whether you will be the one. So it is better that you try, and who knows, God may be on your side. Not that God may be on your side. Who knows? You may come out lucky winner. So please always take risks, because life is full of risks. It's not really that much big risks, but please do not see an opportunity like this and just let it be because you're scared, because people are discouraging you. Please just grab yourself this opportunity and enroll into the mutual assistance and solidarity, and see how your life is going to turn around, like from grass to grace. So that's just how the mutual assistance is.
At MASO, we simply live our African values. Back to school 2023-2024. Welcome to Bisai University Institute. Thanks to its transdiscipline and experimental approach, which combine training and competence, benefit from our studies and training programs backed by 80% of practice within all the enterprises of Gubrenapo Finance SA and 20% of theory, in order to enable you better equip and to become a true pillar capable of providing added values in the professional environment. At the Bisai University Institute, mutualists who are students or parents who are mutualists with the mutual assistance and solidarity will benefit from a 20% discount. The number of places per specialty is limited. Opening date October 16, 2023 at our campus located at Garage des Chevaux near the Presidential Guard in Yaoundé. Contact us at 693-930231. Bisai University Institute, simply created for your well-being.
Rentrée académique 2023-2024, bienvenue à l'Institut universitaire Bisai. Son approche transdisciplinaire et espérentielle qui commande formation et compétences. Bénéficiez de nos programmes d'études et de formation adossés à 80% de pratique au sein de toutes les entreprises du groupe Renapro Finance SA et de 20% de théorie afin de vous permettre d'être mieux outillés et de devenir un véritable pilier capable d'apporter de la valeur ajoutée dans le milieu professionnel. Les étudiants mutualistes ou parents de mutualistes de la MASO bénéficient d'une réduction de 20%. Le nombre de places par spécialité est limité. Rentrée académique le lundi 16 octobre 2023 au campus Garage 2 Chevaux à proximité de la gare présidentielle à Yaoundé. Contactez-nous au 693 93 02 31. L'Institut universitaire Bisai, créé tout simplement pour votre savoir-être.
If you're you're just joining us this afternoon, you're on to Family Health, your health program, aired only on Royal FM 88.4 and live on Royal FM Cameroon on our Facebook page, and also live on our YouTube channel, Royal FM Cameroon in caps and Cameroon in small letter. That is Royal FM in caps, Cameroon in small letter, if in case you want to go and watch us, you do not only want to listen. And also to remind you that our lines are open in case you want to get to us directly. Maybe you have a contribution to make, or maybe some questions to ask, but we mainly want contributions if you feel concerned about the topic of discussion. So let me give you the line: 671 157321 or 658-089125 or still 620-377481. So you can reach us on those lines in case you have an answer to give. So the question I'm going to be asking you, dear listeners, right now is: do you use African medicine? Do you make use of African traditional medicines, or maybe you prefer to go for the modern medications because you think that the modern medications are better than the African medicine? So tell us, which one is better, African traditional medicine or modern medications? Which one do you prefer, and which one is effective to you? That's the question I'm going to be asking you. But meantime, we also went down the streets of Yaoundé to question Cameroonians about this, because it is our topic of discussion. So let me just remind you that today is being celebrated as the African Traditional Medicine Day, and the theme that has been put in place for this celebration, it is 2 decades of African Traditional Medicine Day, progress towards achieving universal health coverage in Africa. That's the theme under which this year's edition of the African Traditional Medicine Day is being celebrated in Cameroon and across the world. So we seize this opportunity today because it is the day to question Cameroonians. Do they take African traditional medicine, and do they have any side effects? Do they prefer it to the modern medication? So our student intern went down the streets of Yaoundé to question Cameroonians what they think about African Traditional Medicine Day, and brought back this report for us. Let's listen, dear listeners.
Before the advent of modern medicine, traditional medicine was the only cure to most diseases in the African context, and Cameroon in particular. This is why some Cameroonians still consume traditional medicines, which is effective to them.
The issue of traditional medicines, yes, I do take, and for side effects, there are no side effects from my own perspective because I've taken that. Yes, it is effective and even less expensive.
Contrarily, others believe that the traditional medicines is a form of barbarism. Therefore, they prefer to consume the modern medicine.
Traditional medicine is something that I've never believed in, because I believe that they are so barbaric, they are so fetish. By so doing, I have never taken any traditional medicine. Despite the condition I am, no, I better go to the hospital and take drugs. And I don't know how effective the medicine may function in the human system because I've never experienced it, and also the side effect.
To others, they consume traditional medicine because it heals, although it sometimes have side effects on them.
Yes, I do take traditional medicine, mostly for some sicknesses like typhoid. Most people prefer traditional medicine in typhoid than this our drug. And the typhoid concoction that is being taken, it is bitter. It causes nausea, actually, serious nausea. I don't know whether it's for other people, but for me it causes nausea. Then there is this other concoction, this one that they sell in buses when you're traveling. But this one, it does not have any side effect.
Traditional medicine is still valorized in the society by so many people. It has helped to heal many sicknesses like filaria, typhoid, mumps, and even COVID-19.
And that was our student intern, Glory Ngange. Thank you very much for giving us the reactions of Cameroonians. What they think, we had some who said they actually love traditional medicine, while others were completely like, no, I prefer going to the hospital. I prefer the modern medications. I don't like traditional medications because of their diverse reasons. Meantime, I'm going to be giving you, dear listeners, 5 minutes. Those that are willing to call, reach us and tell us, what do you prefer? Is it the African traditional medicine or modern medications? We will be listening to you, waiting for your calls before we have the interview that I said we had with a health expert. His name is Dr. Peyu. Her name is Dr. Peyu Disamba. She was giving us some importance of African traditional medicine and also talking about the fair that they opened today or things at the National Museum to display some of the African traditional medicine they have made. So while waiting for you, we are going to have a small musical break. Like you have 5 minutes to call us and tell us, what do you prefer, African traditional medicine or modern medication? While waiting for you for your reactions, let's have a short musical break. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How do I call you?
Mama Vera on the line.
All right, Mama Vera. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us, what do you prefer, traditional medicine or modern medicine?
I prefer traditional medicine.
Why?
Because it's natural. It's what our foreparents taught us to be using. So it's very natural and it's okay, and it's very effective too.
Oh, so you have no side effects.
That's why I do prefer it than the modern one.
Okay, Mama Vera, thank you. So that's what you mainly take. But do you take a modern medication sometimes?
Yes, I do, but I prefer the traditional one. If the traditional one is not, I would take the modern.
Okay.
But if the two are there, I would choose the traditional.
Oh, so you stick to the African roots.
That's good. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Mama Vera, for your reaction. Do you have something more to add?
No, just to greet you too.
Oh, thank you.
And who is there? Is it Romeo Ikume?
It is Salomon Isana.
Oh, then I greet Salomon Isana.
He just got you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you, Mama Vera.
You're welcome.
Wanna belong to you, I know you play serious. When I see the things again.
So this afternoon we are talking about the African Traditional Medicine Day, and dear listeners, your 5 minutes is going to expiration. Waiting for your reaction, because very soon we are going to be taking the interview of Dr. Peyu Disamba, discussing with staff man Abel Bella Samari on the importance of African Traditional Medicine Day, how it has been valorized and how it has not been, and also the objective or the reasons why they opened the fair there in the National Museum. We have a caller on line 1. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How do I call you?
I'm called Petit Chauffeur.
Sorry?
Petit Chauffeur.
Petit Chauffeur. You're welcome. How are you?
Hello? Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine. So tell us, what do you prefer?
Yeah, let me be the doctor.
All right. Feel free.
Yes, I prefer traditional medicine. Yeah, because very effective.
Okay.
And it's cure very fast. And we are sure of it. That's why I prefer traditional medicine.
But do you sometimes, maybe by chance, take modern medicines?
Yes, sometimes I do take it. When the traditional medicine is not beside,
yes,
I can take the white man medicine.
That's how we call it, the white man medicine.
Yes, I call white man medicine. That's the real name.
All right. And it has been working for you? You've not had any side effects since you've been using traditional medicine?
Yeah, because the traditional medicine is natural. When you take it, there's no side effect. Yes. As compared to
modern medicine,
the white man medicine as usually called.
So there are actually side effects, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Petit Chauffeur, for your reaction.
Please, can you permit me to greet a few people?
Okay, feel free.
Yeah, I greet Mama Matok. Yeah. It's always.
Okay. The network is a little bit poor, Petit Chauffeur. We can barely get you. Well, he really wanted to greet some people. Anyways, you are certainly going to do that later, because we are going to have some small 5 minutes after the interview must have been broadcasted. It is time for us to take that interview. It is to mark this year's edition of the African Traditional Medicine Day. The Mamri Hospital Complex is sponsoring a special fair at the National Museum in Yaoundé, where African traditional medicines are displayed to the public. And Eba Bella Samari visited that site and also spoke with the person in charge of that fair. It is the Dr. Peyu Disamba. It's a woman, a lady. Let's have the discussion, what they have been saying.
Doctor, you are a biochemist. If I get you with specialty in public health, and you are here at the National Museum, because we are talking about the traditional medicine day. Why did you decide to put a tent at this National Museum?
Okay, I decided to do that because, first of all, it's important to help traditional medicines in Cameroon, because here, everybody talks about conventional medicines, and usually they will say that everything that's traditional medicine is not good enough. So, and also for me, it's important to work with traditional healer to help them use very safe medications, you see, and medications that are efficient. So in doing so, I have to set a good example. So I went there, we had meetings, so I had to call traditional healer that they have to submit their product for research and see if the medicine is safe and is efficient, and also for doses, because everything has even water. If you go over a certain dose, it can kill you. So I have about 9 or 10 traditional healers who submitted their products, so we're evaluating them. And in doing that, is what I said, we were helped, because we're a small laboratory, and we did do that. And if you have 10 products and you want to evaluate them, it can cost like around 5 million. We didn't have enough money, so we were helped by the pastor, the CEO of FRINUE, who helped us with 1 million francs. We had to add money, but it was very good already. So all of those products, we're doing the research, and you'll see in the museum, we'll have posters on that research, and we hope that it will set a good example for the others to do the same. Because for us to be respected, we need to show people, the population, that you can have traditional medicines that are also very good. They're safe, and they can heal you, and they're efficient. So it's very important for people like me to go there and help traditional healers and show them that it's very important to put research into any medicine, be it traditional medicine or the so-called modern medicine. Because traditional medicines is what kept human beings alive. But now it's seen as something really not good, something that we need to avoid. And it's important that traditional medicines convince people again and to show people that is very good for us, because we have the forest in Africa. We don't need to die like flies. When actually we have medicine, somebody can go around the house and find very good medicine, as long as you respect the doses and as long as you make sure that it's safe.
Now, how can we do to valorize this traditional medicine? How can we blend them between the conventional medicine and this traditional medicine?
That's a very good question. When you take traditional medicine, it's very good to know that you still need to be tested to make sure you're sick. And when you do that, then you treat it. When I use conventional medicine, we have one active ingredient, and it's very easy for bacteria or viruses to develop resistance to that. So now, if you have a plant, for example, the plant has many active ingredients, so the probability for a bacteria or a virus to develop resistance to all of them tend to be 0. So it's very important for people to know that if I have this medicine, conventional medicine, I also have many traditional drugs that can help human beings not get sick all the time and get healed. So for me, it's not even how do we combine them. It is we should combine them. And now, what are the steps that the ministry has to take before combining them? They need to help traditional healer with the cost of evaluating inocuity, the toxicity, with the cost of knowing what's in the medicine. So phytochemistry needs to be done, with the cost of making case reports. You see, they're healing people and they have data, but they don't know how to publish them. So what we're doing is we're getting their data and we're making scientific publications. We will publish them, you see. Now, when it's published, you know that people will trust it more and they will know how to combine them. And there's also something I need to say. In French, we have what we call Vidal. In that publication, in that book, you have all of conventional medicine that you can find on earth. But there's no such a thing in traditional medicine. So we started that book. As with my student, we called it CAMAIR-CO. So we need to have a listing of the medicines that we have in traditional medicine and how to use it. What is the toxic dose? Everything. So that will help medical doctors combine conventional and traditional medicine.
Now, apart from why you say the government should help them financially, if we want to valorize this traditional medicine, because when you take, for example, the Ghana situation, we find in Ghana where we have conventional hospitals where you go, you do the tests. But why is it difficult that in the context of Cameroon, we don't have that type of a situation, but meanwhile we have brilliant people like you?
It's the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health says that they want to help and develop traditional medicine, but they don't do anything in practice. They don't. I'm very sorry to say it, because everything starts with a law, right? There's even no law in the Ministry of Health for traditional medicine, but it is a law in the Ministry of Culture. This is really weird. And second of all, now, when you have traditional medicine, if it's not registered, it's category 1 traditional medicine. When it's registered, it becomes category 2. That's when you can sell it in pharmacies. But when it's traditional medicine, you're having many problems with that. But if you find vitamins everywhere, right? So the Ministry of Health has to do something. And also, we need people who are willing to do that. The first time I saw someone who owns a hospital who wants to bring a section for traditional medicine and a section for modern medicine is MAMU. It's the first time I was called to see how we can do that, you see, and we are going to do that. And I hope that will set a good example for the other people to follow. The main problem is the trust. I'll tell you one other thing. For you to register a medicine in Cameroon, there's a commission. They'll give you for examination. And that commission is only made of pharmacists that really don't like traditional medicine. You see, it's weird to say that, but I saw it and I can repeat it everywhere. So unless you take people who know traditional medicine to evaluate traditional medicine, they will never want to register it. It's like a fight. When you go to the ministry, we have 4 of our medicines that are registered.
Now, is it not because of the myth that some of these pharmacies believe that traditional medicine is being handled by traditional healers who have little or no knowledge when it comes to medical science? What are you doing to remove some of those inherited traditional healers to become modern researchers like you people?
Yes, that's what we're working on. Actually, it's modern researchers. They have to go towards traditional healers to help them know that they need to evaluate their research. And also, when in doing that, we have to see who among traditional healers has the capacity to understand research. You see what I mean? I was not thinking always like that. You see, in the past, few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, if you had told me trained for the pharmacist, you were trained to sell other people's medicine. For medical doctors, they're trained to prescribe other people's medicines. And those pharmaceutical companies are very strong. They have a lot of money and they finance research. You see, it's who has the money and who rules the world. You see, and they set curricula in medical school, in pharmacy school, even in biochemistry school. They're the ones setting the curricula. So we all just have to follow that. If they say this is bad, we learned that for many years. So we all say it's bad. Now it takes time for people to start thinking about what they're doing. For me, for example, I see chloroquine. Chloroquine is a synthetic version of quinine. It's a synthetic version. Now, they take the chloroquine, they call it medicine, and they get it wrong. That how will the mother be called bad and the kid good? So when you start thinking like that, you see, you start coming out of brainwash. So it will take time for medical doctors, pharmacists, biochemists like me to come out of that brainwash. And it also needs courage. And also, most of it is ignorance. Because when I studied biochemistry, I studied the chemistry of plants, bacteria, viruses, humans. And now, when I go see a plant, I see a good active ingredient, you see, then I know, hey, if they say that medicine is healing, I see the active ingredient there. Why shouldn't it heal? And then when I use the plant, I see that it's healing faster than it. You need to be humble. That me, with my PhDs, big PhD in American schools, you see, European school, the masters, and I see a traditional healer who maybe did not even go to school with medicines. It takes humility for me to go and study that. If he says that he's been healing people for decades of centuries, we should listen to him and even tell him, now bring that. We'll see if it's safe. We'll see what it has, and then we go back to him and tell him, this is all we found. Your medicine is very good. Only then will everything change.
Doctor, when I was growing up, sometimes I have leg pain or sometimes headache. You see, they will give you a drug that at the end of the day, it cures other aspects in your body. How advantageous is that to a conventional medicine?
I think it's very advantageous. Why? Because when you see one plant, like I told you, it has several, sometimes tens of hundreds of active ingredients. Yeah. This one will heal the head. This one will heal the stomach. This active ingredient will heal your blood, will clean your blood. So that's why when you have a plant, and when you have only one active ingredient, the plant will help you more. Only difference is what? The only difference is that the modern medicine is very concentrated because we take the active ingredient out and then we do synthetic. It's synthesized synthetically, so it's very concentrated. That's why when you have 2 grams of chloroquine, it will kill you. But you can take 2 grams, 10 grams of the plant, and more, it won't kill you. So it's the plants, when you know how to use them, when you know which one are toxic, and when, I'm telling you, when you have to choose, you go to the traditional medicine.
We are celebrating World Traditional Medicine Day, and it has a very fantastic theme. But to you, what does it day mean to you as a person, as a researcher, as a biochemist, as a public health expert?
I will say the day means a lot, but yet I'm still sad, very sad. Why does the day mean a lot for me? Because at least it's celebrated, and it brings the attention of the world on traditional medicine, so that people will know when there's a traditional healer. Some of them were sent to jail, some of them were killed, you see, that they shouldn't mistreat them, because it can really help. Sometimes conventional medicine has limits. When those limits are reached, it's very important to know that I have an alternative. Now, I'm happy that we celebrate it, but on the other hand, I'm very sad. Why? You know, in Africa, even in the world, we talk a lot. We say traditional medicine, we should help it. WHO had a strategy. They made a strategy on traditional medicine, a very good strategy. But implementing it, zero. The Ministry of Health says that, yes, it's good, we have a service in charge of traditional medicine. What does it do all year? Nothing. You see, and those traditional healers, they came up with a product. You see, we're trying to help them as much as we can. We're not rich. You see, we're trying with our small means, with the help of people like the CEO of FRUNIE or the Senpes. You see, we're trying to do that. But the ministry, with all the budget they have, of Cameroon, they're not doing anything for something that can change our economy. You see, it's very sad. There are many words, but no practice.
Thank you so very much for talking to us. But before we go, there is a particular group of people I want you to talk to them. If you have something to talk about the media men and women as concerning traditional medicine or conventional medicine is, what will you tell them?
I will tell them they have the key. Why? Because you've seen everything that happened with COVID. It's the media that made people get vaccinated. It's the media that made people sell billions and billions of doses of vaccines. You see? Now, on our side, men and women of media, they can also help people know that we have an alternative and that it's worth investing on traditional drugs so that we can also compete with the others. You see, because we open our borders to import everything, but that border is closed. Other borders are closed for us to export. So, when there's a problem, who will tell people there's a problem? Media, you see. And if they're making somebody suffer, who will tell people that there are people who are suffering there? Who will draw attention is the media. Everything we do, if the media, men and women of the media, don't help, we will never ever be able to do anything.
Thank you so very much, madam.
I'm the one thanking you.
Thank you so much, Ebobila Samari, for that interview, or that interview with the Dr. Peyu Nzisamba, explaining to us all we need to know about the African Medicine Day. Meantime, we have barely 2 minutes, so we are going to give you that time, dear listeners, to call us and tell us, do you prefer the African medicine or the modern medicine? Why we are listening to a short music, waiting for some of you that were not able to reach us. Let's have the small music.
Oiga bang herlol, on l'anti-irikel, gel babelok bakos. Oiga bang herlol, on l'anti-irikel, gel babelok bakos. Gel babelok bakos. Where we decide to go. Unyope bonamomie, babi well ni nyulokes, gel babilok bakos. When we be unlol, on landi irikel, gel babilok bakos. Where we decide to go, how can we make it go? Gel babelok bakos.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mama Vera, coming back once more again.
Mama Vera, good afternoon. Thank you.
Afternoon.
Do you have something to add?
Just to say that the modern traditional medicine is the best medicine so far as medication is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because once you take it, you have your healing instantly.
Okay.
Why the modern traditional one is time before you heal.
Mm-hmm.
It's progressively.
Mm-hmm.
But the traditional medicine is the instant see.
Yes.
You do have your healing.
Yes.
And if you don't mind, I'll greet some few people.
Go ahead.
I'll start by greeting Commandant Zabra.
The
Medicament du Micro.
Okay.
Yes, I'll also greet FRINUE CRISPIN with a microphone.
Thank you.
I'll also greet Iratus Ndwe.
Mm-hmm. Iratus.
I'll greet Raisa Moko.
Okay.
I'll greet Jean-Patient Chala.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also greet Roger Kiak de Kiki.
Okay.
I'll also greet Bertrand Owona.
Okay, the list is long,
I'll
right?
also greet Jean-Marie Anaba. Thanks very much.
All right, that list was long. Anyways, they are getting you and they are happy you greeted them. Thank you.
Have
Madam.
a nice day.
All right, thank you so much, and same to you. So,
you're welcome.
Back to school 2023-2024. Welcome to Bisai University Institute. At the Bisai University Institute, register now and benefit from studies and training programs. Our specialties are attached to the BTS, HND cycles, bachelor's degree, master's and professional training certificates. The best students from the different specialties will be recruited directly into all the enterprises of Group Renapo Finance SA and those of its partners enterprises. The number of places per specialty is limited. Opening date October 16, 2023 at our campus located at Garage des Chevaux near the Presidential Guard in Yaoundé. Contact us at 693-930231. Bisai University Institute, simply created for your well-being. For your well-being. For your well-being.
Rentrée académique 2023-2024, bienvenue à l'Institut universitaire Bisai. À l'Institut universitaire Bisai, inscrivez-vous dès maintenant et bénéficiez des programmes d'études. Nos filières sont arrimées au cycle BTS, HND, licence, master et formation professionnelle. Les majors des différentes filières seront directement recrutés au sein de toutes les entreprises du groupe Renapo Finance SA et celles des entreprises partenaires. Le nombre de places par spécialité est limité. Rentrée académique le lundi 16 octobre 2023 au campus Garage 2 Chevaux à proximité de la gare présidentielle à Yaoundé. Contactez-nous au 693 93 02 31. L'Institut universitaire Bisai, créé tout simplement pour votre savoir-être.
Thank you very much, dear listeners, and thank you to all those that participated. Ebo Bila Samari and Glory Ngange, our student intern, and also the Dr. Payu December for all your contributions and all the knowledge that you shared with us on this program. I want to also thank our technical team, made up of Salomon Isana, our sound engineer, and Jean-Marie Otu, our video editor, coordination, Jean-Passion Talan for general supervision, Reverend Pastor Bisa Emmanuel Noel, and I myself, FRINUE CRISPIN, for being there on presentation, and you, dear listeners, for always being with us whenever we are on air. And do not forget that tomorrow you will have Raisa Parker here, same time for Fraîcheur Royale, and it's going to be on health. Meantime, Mapala Zita is coming up with the 2 p.m. newscast as from 2 o'clock, and we'll